Ever pondered the distinction between a hazard and a risk at your workplace? You're not alone. Many people use these terms interchangeably, but they're not the same. To understand the difference, imagine a field of thorny bushes. The thorns are the hazards, and the risk is the chance you'll get pricked if you navigate through them. Think of a hazard as a potential source of harm. It's like a loaded gun. The gun, in itself, is not harmful, but if the trigger is pulled, it becomes a source of harm. In a workplace setting, a hazard could be anything from a wet floor, a frayed electrical cord, to a box placed haphazardly on a high shelf. On the other hand, risk is the likelihood that the hazard will cause harm. It's the probability that you'll slip on that wet floor, get shocked by that frayed cord, or be hit by that falling box. Risk is influenced by two factors: the likelihood of an occurrence and the severity of the potential harm or damage. In essence, hazard and risk are like two sides of the same coin. A hazard exists independently, but risk arises only when there's an interaction with the hazard. No interaction, no risk. Let's go back to our field of thorny bushes. If you're standing at the edge, looking in, you're safe. The thorns are hazards, yes, but the risk of getting pricked is zero because you're not interacting with them. Now, should you decide to walk through the field, the risk increases. The more recklessly you walk, the higher the risk. So, what can you do to protect yourself? You manage the hazards and the risks. You identify the hazards first, the wet floors, the frayed cords, the high boxes. Then you assess the risks. How likely is it that someone will slip, get shocked, or be hit? And how severe would the harm be if it happened? Once you've assessed the risks, you can take steps to control them. You mop up the wet floor, replace the frayed cord, move the box to a safer location. And that's the crux of the matter. Hazards and risks coexist in the workplace. Understanding the difference between them is the first step towards a safer workplace. To summarize, a hazard is a potential source of harm, while risk is the likelihood that the harm will occur. Hazards exist independently, but risks arise only when there's interaction with the hazard. Managing both hazards and risks is key to ensuring a safe working environment. Remember, safety isn't just about reacting to accidents, it's about preventing them. And understanding the difference between hazards and risks is a significant part of that prevention. So the next time you spot a hazard, don't just walk by. Assess the risk, take control, and make your workplace a safer place for everyone.